Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Sarah, your host, and as always, I'm joined by Bill. Hey, Bill, how are you today?
Hey Sarah, I'm doing great and I'm really excited about today's episode. It's one of the most useful topics for English learners introducing yourself in English.
Yes. Whether you're meeting someone new at work, joining a new class, or even chatting online, knowing how to introduce yourself is super important.
Exactly. And the good news is it's not too difficult. Once you know some basic structures and common questions, you'll be able to confidently talk about yourself in any situation.
That's right. So, in today's episode, we're going to walk you through the most common introduction questions, how to answer them naturally, and we'll even do a short role-play conversation to show you how it all comes together.
Plus, we'll share some tips on how to practice your self-introduction so you can sound fluent and confident.
So grab your notebook, relax, and let's get started. All right, before we jump into the actual questions and answers, let's talk about why learning how to introduce yourself is so important when you're learning English.
Yeah, this is one of the first things you need when you start speaking a new language. Think about it. When you meet someone for the first time, what do they usually ask?
Exactly. Things like, "What's your name?" or "Where are you from?" These are very common and simple questions, but they help you start a conversation and make a connection.
And it's not just in casual situations. You also need to introduce yourself in more formal places, like job interviews, presentations, or even your first day at a new school.
That's so true. Being able to clearly introduce yourself helps you feel more confident and prepared. It shows that you're ready to communicate, even if your English isn't perfect.
Right? Plus, it's a great way to practice speaking in English. You can memorize a few sentences and use them again and again in real life.
And once you master your introduction, it becomes a strong foundation. From there, you can add more details, ask questions to the other person, and keep the conversation going.
So, if you've ever felt nervous talking to someone new in English, don't worry. After today's episode, you'll have the tools to confidently talk about yourself in any situation.
All right, now that we understand why it's so important, let's break down the basic structure of a self-introduction in English. So, let's break it down. What does a simple and natural self-introduction usually include?
Well, you can think of it like building blocks. A good self-introduction often includes these 5 parts: your name, where you're from, what you do, your hobbies or interests, and maybe something personal like your goals or a bit about your personality.
Let's go through them one by one and give examples so our listeners can follow along and repeat if they like.
Sounds good. So first, your name. That's the most basic one. You can simply say, "My name is Bill," or "I'm Bill."
Right. And if you want to sound a little more casual, you can also say, "Hi, I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you."
Perfect. Now let's go to the second part. Where you're from. I'm from the United States. I come from Canada. I was born in Brazil, but now I live in London.
There are many ways to say it. And don't forget to speak clearly and confidently. Even if you have an accent, that's okay.
Absolutely. The third part is what you do your job. Or if you're a student, you can say that too. I'm a teacher. I work as an engineer. I'm currently studying business at university. I'm a high school student.
And now something a bit more fun. Hobbies and interests. In my free time, I enjoy reading and hiking. I love playing guitar and watching movies. I'm really into cooking and photography.
Adding hobbies makes your introduction more personal and interesting. And finally, if you want to add something extra, you can mention your personality or goals. I'm a very friendly and curious person. One of my goals is to travel the world and meet new people. I'm learning English because I want to study abroad.
That's a great way to leave a good impression. Now, let's put it all together. Bill, can you give us a full self-introduction using all 5 parts?
Sure. Hi, I'm Bill. I'm from New York City in the U.S. I work as a software developer. In my free time, I enjoy playing chess and learning new languages. I'm a very focused person, and I'm learning English to connect with people from around the world.
Nice. Now I'll try one too. Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. I come from Sydney, Australia. I'm an English teacher and a podcast host. I love reading novels and going for long walks. I'm passionate about helping people feel confident in English.
Those are great examples. And remember, your self-introduction doesn't have to be perfect, just clear, simple, and natural.
Exactly. Next, we'll dive into the most common self-introduction questions you might hear and how you can answer them easily and confidently. Let's start with the most basic and obvious question, what's your name?
Yeah, super simple, but also really important. You can answer with, "My name is Bill." "I'm Bill." You can call me Bill.
And if you want to sound polite, especially when meeting someone for the first time, you can add, "Nice to meet you." For example, "Hi, I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you."
Perfect. That's short and friendly. Let's move on to the next question. This is a very common one. Where are you from?
Yes, and there are many ways to answer it. For example, I'm from India. I come from Mexico. I was born in Egypt, but I live in Dubai now.
You can also mention your city and country if you want to be more specific. I'm from Seoul, South Korea. I'm originally from Madrid, Spain.
This question is great for starting a conversation about your culture or background. All right, next question. What do you do? Or what's your job?
This one tells people what you do in your daily life, your profession or studies. I'm a student. I work as a nurse. I run my own business. I'm currently looking for a job.
You can also add more detail. I'm studying computer science at university. I've been working as a designer for 5 years.
It's okay to be honest. If you're not working, just say, "I'm between jobs right now. I'm a stay-at-home parent." This one's a great way to show your personality. What are your hobbies?
Yes, people love to hear what you enjoy in your free time. Some examples. I like reading books and watching movies. I enjoy cooking and going for walks. I love traveling and learning new languages.
It's a chance to make your introduction more interesting and fun. For example, I'm really into photography, and I post my pictures online.
Just a few words about your hobbies can make you sound more confident and friendly. This question can feel a little tricky. Can you describe yourself in a few words?
Right, but don't worry. Keep it simple and use positive words. For example, I'm friendly, hardworking, and curious. I'm a creative and organized person. People say I'm calm, honest, and easy to talk to.
It's a good idea to prepare 2 or 3 words that describe you. That way you won't feel nervous when someone asks.
And if you're not sure what to say, think about what your friends or teachers would say about you. Why are you learning English? This is a great question for English learners. Why are you learning English?
Yes, and there are many natural ways to answer, I'm learning English to study abroad. I want to travel and talk to people from different countries. I need English for my job. I love English movies and music, so I want to understand them better.
You can also be honest about your goals. I want to speak fluently and feel more confident. My dream is to live in an English-speaking country.
Great answers. So, if someone asks you this, don't be shy, just share your reason, no matter how big or small.
That wraps up our list of common self-introduction questions. These are simple, but if you can answer them smoothly, you'll feel more confident in any conversation.
Absolutely. And now that we've learned the questions and sample answers, let's show you how it sounds in real life with a short role play. All right, everyone. Now we're going to do a short role play so you can hear how a self-introduction sounds in a real conversation. Ready, Bill?
Ready! Let's imagine we just met at an English-speaking event.
Hi there. I don't think we've met before. I'm Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Nice to meet you. I'm Bill.
Nice to meet you too, Bill. Where are you from?
I'm from Toronto, Canada. And you?
I'm from Sydney, Australia. What do you do?
I'm a web developer. I create websites and apps. How about you?
I'm an English teacher, and I also host this podcast.
That's awesome. What do you like to do in your free time?
I love reading and going on long walks. What about you?
I enjoy watching movies and learning new languages. That's actually why I'm learning English. I want to connect with more people.
That's a great reason. I think you're doing really well already.
Thanks, Sarah. It's nice talking to you.
You too, Bill. Enjoy the event. So there you go, a short and simple introduction using real-life English.
And if you noticed, we used all the parts we talked about earlier. Name, where we're from, what we do, hobbies, and even our reason for learning English.
Now it's your turn. Try practicing your own introduction out loud or with a friend. Now, let's talk about some easy ways to practice your self-introduction. You don't need a classroom or a teacher. You can start right at home.
Exactly. Tip number 1. Practice in front of a mirror. Look at yourself while speaking. This helps build confidence and improve your pronunciation.
Tip number 2. Record yourself. Use your phone or a simple voice app. Listen to how you sound and find areas you can improve.
Tip number 3. Write it down and memorize the structure. Start with your name, where you're from, job, hobbies, and one interesting fact.
And tip number 4. Practice with a friend or language partner. Even 5 minutes a day can make a big difference.
And don't forget, the goal is not to sound perfect. The goal is to sound natural and confident.
Yes! Keep it simple and smile when you speak. That makes a big impact.
Awesome tips. Let's now move into the final part, some common mistakes to avoid when introducing yourself.
That brings us to the end of today's episode on how to introduce yourself in English. We hope you found it helpful.
Now it's your turn. Try practicing your self-introduction using the tips and examples we shared today.
And don't forget, if you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to our podcast, leave a review, and share it with your friends who are learning English too.
You can also follow us for more English lessons and updates. Let us know in the comments, how do you introduce yourself?
Thanks for listening to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Bill. See you in the next episode.
Bye for now.